This is enzyme substrate interaction. First one is normal interaction. So here we have the enzyme that will bond with a substrate. This is the active site, this is the substrate, and this is the full enzyme. The substrate will bond with the enzyme's active site, then the enzyme will put pressure on the substrate, causing it to break into pieces. The next one is a high temp interaction. So an enzyme is a protein molecule, not a cell. So it can't die, but it can denature as a result of a high temperature. So when it denatures, the substrate cannot fit in the active site because the active site has changed its shape and it can no longer bind to the substrate. So this is competitive inhibition. So this occurs when the inhibitor and the substrate compete for the enzyme's active site. So as you can see, the inhibitor's shape is similar to the shape of the enzyme and also where it binds at the active site here. So they can both fit in there, but they're both kind of competing for the active site. So when the inhibitor binds here to the active site, this prevents the enzyme from binding with the substrate. So the substrate is not able to bind here with the enzyme. The last type of interaction is allosteric inhibition. So in this interaction, there is the enzyme that also has the active site, and there's a substrate. For this type of interaction, there is an inhibitor and an allosteric site. So when the inhibitor binds to the allosteric site, it then changes the shape of the substrate's active site. So then the substrate can't fit into the enzyme anymore.